But yeah, I gotta share the quick story. So we left September of 2020. A CN basketball league season had ended abruptly, probably early
It
April,
was lockdown.
March, April. So we waited a few months, and obviously nothing was happening. That was the first time I kind of brought up the idea. I said, hey, what if we try to move back? Be close to the family, and at the same time, it's an opportunity for me to try to chase, an opportunity in the NBA. Initially, not having it, like absolutely not. You were out of your mind.
It was like he's just bored.
So, so,
Bored.
so Pia, a few weeks goes by, and I'm like, hey, I know we talked about it a few weeks ago, and again, there's nothing, sports, coaching. I was already retired. It's something that we really need to think about. You were out of your mind. I told you 2, 3 weeks ago it wasn't gonna happen. Stop talking about it. So now she's upset. And so it gets to the point. She says, you know what? I don't want to hear about moving to the US unless you get any job offer in the States for coaching. Pia, it was the middle of the pandemic. So there were no sports like anywhere in the
Anywhere.
world. So I remember I sat in our dining room and I said, this is impossible because where am I going to get a job offer where there is absolutely no sports in the world? I'd connected with some people, former coaches that were here in the US. And my old high school coach, who was now at a junior college, I had spoken to him maybe a month before. And I said, hey, coach, after 19 years, the family and I might be moving back. He said, oh, that's great. Well, reach out when you get here to the US. So after that last conversation, like we were literally not talking for like 2 days. And, because
Because I was busy because I had a cake shop, right?
Yes.
Right before lockdown, I started the pandesal. That was the time where ube pandesal was it. So, business was good. We were busy. Like
She was busy.
I was busy.
I was not.
He ended up being my like he would package pandesal for me.
Yeah, it was.
May arguments pa kami because he wanted to package a certain way. I'm like, it's pandesal, just and he's like, this is my space.
So I was gonna ask if the 2 days of no talking, if there was any animosity at all, but
No, definitely. I mean, especially for my part, Pia, because I was thinking more open-minded, like, hey, this might be the perfect opportunity to try my luck and find a way to get to the NBA. It's a chance to be close to family. And again, with COVID and the pandemic, I just didn't want, we had our 3 kids at the time. We have our 4th now. I didn't want them just being in lockdown and being locked up in the house. And so I wouldn't say animosity, but I definitely felt like, man, I hope she's a little bit more open-minded to the idea. And so by 2 days later, we're having breakfast. It's like 6:30 in the morning. It's just her and I. We're in our dining room. And I'm telling you, Pia, we're sitting there. She's not talking to me. I'm not talking to her. And I get a text message. And it's my old high school coach who's now a college coach here. And he sends me a message. And I'm literally looking at my phone. And basically the message said, hey, Jimmy, listen, so great to hear that you and the family might be coming back to the States after all these years. This was July. He said, we're planning to start our season in November. If you're interested, I have a lead assistant position on my staff. It's yours if you want it.
wow.
Yeah, when I tell you, I'm like showing LJ my phone, like, you got to read this. And she read it and she was like, oh, she's like, my goodness, God has to be, on your side.
Wait, I still have to pray about it.
Akala ko when you saw the message, tapos ng laban.
No, ano pa? Wait lang. I'll still pray about it.